Hello, everyone, and oh, what
Hello.
did I just say? Shush. Okay. Um, Hello, everyone, to the public portion of the general staff meeting for June 2018. Let me see if I can get the Minecrafts. There you are. Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
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 Memes.
Okay, so we had a very long, a lot of topics in this meeting, but honestly it went actually pretty well. It's not a short meeting by any means, but we got through a lot of stuff. So here are your announcements. The first topic I'd like to talk about is the Mercury situation, just briefly, and my my demotion of Castle. Specifically about Mercury, from what I'll give you an update on what happened. Basically, Castle did send that letter to the school administration. They did originally say that they were going to contact the authorities. That did, as far as I know, that did not happen. And whatever punishment that was given by the school to Mercury has that's we're going to leave it into their hands. And as far as I know, there have been no further attacks from Mercury. Also, we have around that same time we did install the VPN guard plugin. I also checked the logs of that plugin periodically, and as far as I know, we haven't seen any accounts caught by it, or very many accounts. So yeah, at this time, it looks like the Mercury situation is resolved, but you never know. But we'll keep an eye out for that. With regards to Castle, I'm not going to go into details, too many details about why I decided to demote him. Basically, I don't think it was a pretty severe lapse of judgment on his part to do this, and it did break a lot of trust between myself and Castle, as well as the admins. He will be a trial mod. I'm not going to guarantee that he will be promoted back to full mod. By the end of this probation, the admins and I will make a decision at that point. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say at this point regarding that. The next topic I'd like to bring up is the Core Protect, the downtime we had, the almost 3-day downtime we had this week. Yep, I've made all my announcements. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yeah, unfortunately we've lost all our logs. The only way we tried to fix it, but didn't work. You can, if you want more details, you can read my announcements or my tweets about that. The only way to really prevent this from happening is to simply purge the logs, Core Protect logs, on a periodic basis. We used to do this when we only had Gamma server, because we had limited disk space. We only had an SSD, so we had quite a lack of disk space, honestly. But in order to prevent this from happening, we're going to have to do probably a logging purge once every year at the very least. So the next purge will probably happen sometime middle next year, maybe a bit further. So the server will need some downtime when that happens. Probably a couple days, maybe a few days, probably as long as what we just had experienced here. But at the very least, it'll be scheduled downtime rather than unexpected downtime. So, yep. Again, if you have any questions about the details of what actually happened, I can go into specifics if you'd like. So feel free to let me know about that. And that's that. Next up is 1D regarding the Wolfhaven MRT security agreement. I actually did attend the Wolfhaven Parliament session that happened about 5 hours ago, or actually more than 5 hours ago by now, 8 hours ago. And basically, as I said in my announcement, we set up the agreement. We'd like to get some feedback from the members of both servers. From the Wolfhaven side, it sounds like the reaction is generally positive, or at least neutral, from what I can tell. I am curious of your guys' opinions. So if you do have opinions about this agreement, whether positive or negative, please let me know in the Q&A and open floor happening just after these announcements. So, because we are curious whether this is a good idea or not. Assuming there's no humongous objection to this, next Saturday, me and the admins will meet up with the Wolfhaven admins again, and we will finalize this agreement. There is some concerns about the whole privacy policy and GDPR and all that stuff. Hopefully by then I'll be able to define some documents and an actual privacy policy for the MRT by then. So, yeah. Moving on to topic 1E regarding the definition of staff roles and titles. I'm not sure if I should say this, but the trigger for all this is because specifically around Yoshi, because we've received a lot of constant general complaints that there's this perception that Yoshi is not doing enough as a moderator for the server. However, they don't realize that he does contribute in other ways in terms of setting up games like The Mole or The Amazing Race and that sort of stuff. So I don't feel like it's fair to berate him for that. I actually, many years ago, demoted Yoshi because of this perception, and I agreed with what the players were saying, but after re-promoting him and thinking about it, I don't think people's complaints about him are fair. And to try to alleviate this, we'd like to maybe start thinking about assigning specific roles and titles, not just to Yoshi, but to basically everyone on staff, every moderator who is like not the trial moderators, but every moderator, and maybe even the admins too. Basically, just think of these as sort of specializations. So in it, like all staff will be still responsible for some minimal level of world edits and other day-to-day activities, but if they want to specialize in certain things, like for example, God'll Train is the one who handles a lot of the city rank promotion badges, and he's the one who collates them and organizes them and prepares them for the rest of the staff to vote on. So yeah, we weren't able to define all of these titles. We'll probably do this over the next month or so, and we'll probably finalize these titles by next GSM. So yeah, watch out for that. Moving on, 1F. I'm not going to go into too much detail. It's a little idea that Tom had about adding some sort of achievement system for primarily premiers, because there's not much else for premiers to do after they've achieved that rank. But I think it could also be applied to just everyone in general. But there's still some questions about, like, you know, how is this going to be an official thing? How do staff evaluate these things? Is it going to add more time, more workload for them? So this topic will be deferred. Tom will come back to us and flesh out how exactly this sort of achievement system would be implemented. So, okay. Moving on to 1G. KittyCat11231 has proposed that the removal of time requirements for the councillor and mayor ranks. Basically, right now, actually, before I go on, I'd like to make a clarification regarding that rule. At the moment, the rule says that in order to become a councillor or mayor, you must wait either 1 or 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks, I believe, for each of those. And there was a misunderstanding that I discovered amongst at least amongst the staff, that, and this probably applies to members too, that you had to wait that same amount of time if you were building a second town. So for example, if you already achieved, say, the senator rank or some other higher rank with your first town, there was a misconception that you had to wait the same amount of time for building your councillor and mayor, or second councillor and mayor towns. I can say with certainty that this is not the case. The time limit only applies for your player rank, not your town rank. Once again, it only applies to your player rank, not your town rank. So, yeah. So with that clarification out of the way, we considered Kitty Cat's proposal. There are valid concerns from some people saying, specifically when we evaluate, one of the big points was when we evaluate staff, or sorry, let me repronounce this. When we evaluate towns, like say a councillor town or mayor towns, most of the times we will want to give feedback to the town for improvements so they can be more successful at the next rank. So we would like to keep at least some level of a time requirement there, or at least like there's some sort of buffer in between promotions. At the same time, on the other hand, we do realize that there are towns, or there are people who are not even yet of citizen or trustee rank who are starting to build their town right from member rank. And if for example, a member builds a very large town that looks like a mayor town, before they even get to trustee, they should be able to be promoted within a fairly easy amount of time. So, sorry, I'm rambling here, but basically what we've agreed on is a compromise. Essentially, just trying to remember what the... Yeah, so for any promotions between citizen and trustee, trustee to councillor, or councillor to mayor, all the time periods for these promotions will be reduced to 1 week. So essentially, for all of the promotions from member up to mayor, the requirement will be reduced to 1 week only. We think that this will be a good enough compromise, such that if there is someone who's building a town at member rank, they should be able to get promoted fairly easily, with maybe waiting at the maximum of maybe 2 or 3 weeks to get to mayor rank. This at least gives them a buffer so they can work on feedback given by the staff. So I hope that is clear to you guys. If you need more clarification about this, please ask in the Q&A and open floor portion of this meeting. Next up, I would like to, this is a minor change to the server advertising rule. The wording of this general rule says, do not advertise other servers. It's not very specific. I would like to add some details to this rule. So this rule will now change to do not advertise servers that are unaffiliated to the MRT. Now what this means is any server that is affiliated to the MRT, we mean that any Discord servers, for example, that are affiliated with the MRT. Examples include the United Cities, any MPOs, town associations, or sporting events. All of those Discords are allowed to advertise on the MRT server. What is not allowed to be advertised is any other Minecraft servers, and that it does include your own personal Minecraft server or Wolfhaven specifically. Those are not allowed to be advertised. In addition, any Discord servers related to those other Minecraft servers, those are not allowed as well. Keep in mind that this rule only applies to blatant advertising, like you're trying to actually attract people to your server. This rule does not apply to any discussion about those other servers. So if you want to talk about Wolfhaven or mention it just brief, or mention it casually in chat, that is absolutely okay. As long as you just don't blatantly advertise these other servers. And for the person in Twitch chat, you can visit our website and visit our Minecraft server by clicking that link. Okay, so that's 1H. Moving on, we have a proposal from 1I. We have a proposal from CCC9, making an addition to the MRT road standards. Once again, I'd like to remind everyone, the MRT road standards are not official rules per se, but they are very strongly recommended guidelines to help standardize all the roads on the server. His proposal asks for the removal of carpets on roads, as it is actually quite difficult to drive on carpeted roads. This has been approved if CCC or another player or staff member would like to edit the wiki article themselves, they may go ahead and do so.
I think it might be a protected page.
It may, but well,
if that's protected, then we will deal with it.
Well, you'll find out. Well, CCC should.
We'll deal with it.
We'll
deal with it if it needs to be dealt with.
We'll whatever. Anyway, gonna skip 1J. I don't think it's terribly relevant for you guys. 1K. So 1K, we have some events. I'll list them out right now. We have some ideas for events for the 6th anniversary of the server. That is coming up on July the 13th. We're planning to maybe do these events over the whole week around that date, or maybe on the weekend, the 14th or 15th. We're not entirely sure. Some staff have volunteered to run some events. Some of I'll list out the events that we have ideas for so far. One includes a game of Secret Hitler. It's a fun party board game. The other one is some games of Bootleg Telephone, which is run by Mega Scatterbomb. Gods has some ideas of trying to do another community build, just like what we did for last year when Thomas built the MRT theme park. So that might be something we'll do. Tom Pears might try to do some sort of building competition. And just Robin Ho will try to do a game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So we'll have more details about these events probably toward the end of the month. So please stay tuned for that. Next up, just an update about the beta server. There are technically two that are relevant. Two plugin changes on the beta server right now. One is an update to Dynmap, which does in fact fix the player skins. So player skins do show up. You can actually go view it yourself if you go to the beta Dynmap right now, if there's actually a staff member on there. But I'm planning to get that fix in maybe by next week even. It seems like a very easy fix. And that'll be good. That'll be good for the Dynmap. The other plugin we're testing on is probably one you know pretty well. It's the Fast Async World Edit, which allows, essentially, it doesn't make world edits faster, but at least prevents them from, prevents big world edits from lagging the whole server. So that, unfortunately, testing for that plugin so far is not going very well. We have some issues, some very severe issues that are causing the beta server to crash, and some of the mods are trying to investigate that right now. If they cannot resolve it, then it's very likely that we will probably not go ahead with installing Fast Async World Edit anytime soon. So,
at the moment, beta is whitelisted to staff only.
That is correct, and it will be whitelisted at least until the anniversary. So, if you're expecting to get on there to help test, please don't expect that to happen anytime soon. Okay, moving on to 1M. just a small idea I had. I would like to offer to all mayors of premier cities. At the moment on Dynmap, what we've done to mark a premier city is a simple purple flower icon, which I found that it's not very visible on Dynmap, or at least not very doesn't really stand out on there. So what I'm suggesting is Dynmap does allow you to make custom markers. Actually, all of the MRT station markers are actually custom images that we have made. So if you are a mayor of a premier city and you have an icon in mind, please send it over to us. I will let you know that the icon needs to be 32 by 32 in size in terms of pixels,
Or smaller.
Or smaller, but bigger is better if you want more detail. And it should probably be it should be in a PNG format. So yeah, if you'd like that uploaded to the Dynmap, please email the admins and we'll go ahead and do that. Next up, oh, this is gonna be fun. I did also discuss, you probably saw the Arctic Line announcement pilot project. It's essentially a vanity project, just a fun thing that I just wanted to try out. If you don't know, basically it's going to enable some audio announcements when you ride on the MRT Arctic Line. Like, for example, when you approach a station, it'll say what the next station is. After you leave a station, it'll say, what train this is. So this is a pilot project. We're going to test it on the Arctic Line. We're going to install the command blocks, and I'll set up my resource pack and make the recordings at some point. Probably, hopefully later this summer. In the GSM, we have, but in order to do this, in the GSM, we have approved official names for a lot of the unnamed stations on the Arctic Line. And the stations are as follows. A4 will be named Sanford Station. A5 will be named Cornus Southeast. A7 will be named Watchfield East. A17 will be named Freshney West. A18 will be named Chestwick. A19 and slash Taiga 24 will be named Voltsphere. A27 will be named Lancaster with an E at the end. A28 is going to be named Cicero. A29 Cicero. We'll post this maybe in Discord just so people can know that. A29 will be named Lucerne Gate, and A30 will be named Lucerne. So with all these stations named, then I'll be able to make announcements for all of them. And again, we'll install these command blocks, but the point of this project is to also allow other players, if they want, once I've got my default, I've made my resource pack, other players will be able to make their own resource pack if they want. And since it's entirely client side, people can install different kinds of packs depending on their preferences. And there'll be one pack per line. That's the general idea. So for example, you could have my voice on the Arctic Line. You could have, I don't know, Chief's voice on the Taiga Line. And I don't know, who has a very... LD's
LD
voice.
on the Mesa Line.
Ada, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. So, okay. So moving on. Okay. 1-0 is from Sinra. He'd like a clarification regarding Senator airfields. We have decided as staff that fences are part of the 7,500 block limit for Senator airfields. So therefore, any airfields that are over this limit will need to be adjusted. So.
Court.
And
Okay, Cortesi.
I didn't want to mention his name, but okay. Thanks for, all right. And finally, the last topics for section 1 is regarding 2 changes to command or the citizen commands. You probably saw it earlier, but I did remove the vulnerable command /npc vulnerable. This was causing some issues. Some people were abusing this command to kill off NPCs, and we agree with this sentiment. So we have disabled it, at least for non-staff. If you do have an NPC that you would like to become vulnerable, you may ask staff for that. They can change it for you, but you probably have to provide a pretty good reason in order to do so. And the other one, which I will also enable now, is just see if
I thought we were just going to test it on beta first.
Gods has tested it out, so let me just.
Oh, sweet.
If the server crashes,
Blame gods.
Blame me.
Yes, blame gods. See, there's
Please do not blame Chief. Blame gods.
Yes.
No, blame Mega.
New catchphrase.
just because I supposedly crashed beta 3 times doesn't mean you automatically blame me.
We blame you for the times that you crashed beta, but anyway.
Order. Okay.
What up?
Order. Oh boy, Wolfhaven is rubbing off on us. So yes, NPC path is now enabled for trustees and above. This command allows you to set paths for your NPCs to walk. We had the reason why this was not approved was we were under the assumption that you could potentially make unlimited paths, and we weren't sure what kind of performance impact this would have. However, based on testing on beta, it looks like there is a limit of gods. Can you remind me how many 440 nodes you can make on that path. So that seems like a pretty reasonable amount. So once again, /NPC path is now enabled. So your NPCs now can walk around if you'd like to do so. Okay.
Just please don't like the server. Thank you.
Yeah, please use your judgment and don't abuse this command, because if you do, I'm going to get you, and you don't want that.
The exact same thing is what will happen if you post memes outside of #random.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. So I will reveal that section 2 is it is about moderator nominations, and we had a few nominations on our own. I will first off say that Mega Sketterbomb, I mean, he has pretty much achieved his 3 months by this point, so he has been promoted to a full moderator. So congratulations.
Woo.
And we are also happy to announce that we have chosen a new trial mod to join the ranks of staff, and that person is, drumroll please.
Have they accepted?
Insert
That's
drum roll here.
That's not wow. That's not a drum roll. Okay.
have.
Hang on. Have they accepted yet?
Yes, they have.
Yes.
The new trial mod is CCC9.
Congratulations.
He was here like a minute ago.
Who made? Okay. Anyway, so congrats to CCC9. He will be
Who
starting.
is not here?
He will be
He was here
starting.
earlier.
He will. We have talked to him, and he has accepted the position. I'll set him up pretty soon. Actually, let me go promote him right now, because that's cool. CCC9.
Is he a supporter?
Somebody get on the roll on Discord.
Doing it.
On it.
I got it. I
got Discord.
Moderator.
Order, that is the question.
He is not a supporter. He does not support us.
No, trial mod.
Oh, trial mod. Oh, I forgot. Whoops.
Good job.
He skips trial mod.
Just skip
Sorry.
trial mod.
Trial mod's still pretty new in my head, so I always go to. Anyway, so yes, cool. So that is that, and that's all I have to say about section 2. Moving on to section 3.
That was only section 2.
Section 2 was so long.
Section 2 is long, but yeah. Section 3 was amazing. This was honestly, I will say that this was the best GSM ever, because there were no actual road proposals in this GSM, and I'm very happy about that. I hope this continues. Maybe not. But there was one proposal that was around from AP Red. He wanted to add red terracotta as a drivable surface. Unfortunately, there's some concerns that this actually might be used by UCars for signaling. So what's going to happen is we're going to test this out on beta server and see, see if this is actually possible. So you might see this by the next GSM or maybe earlier. Next up is some projects and funding proposals. First up from actually a combined one from Skyjumper Talon. These are two separate proposals. One is for another mini golf tournament that's coming up on June the 30th, I believe. This one has been approved. Skyjumper Talon has also proposed end of season funding. He would like to add additional funding for people based on their scores so far. I did suggest to Talon that he should try to integrate these into the tournaments themselves, because I feel like these end of season prizes just simply complicate things. I did bring it up to his staff, and staff do agree with this. So unfortunately, the end of season funding has been denied, and Talon will have to find some other means of giving those prizes out. In addition, the rest of these are also proposed by Skyjumper Talon. 4B is the event of events. Looking at the proposal, the amount of money is not very much, but the amount of events that are happening within one single day is way too much and way too ambitious, in our opinion. So we have denied this. We would strongly recommend Talon to try to go for something smaller, or split it up into an event over several days. Because we did compare this to the MRT Olympics that just happened, and that didn't go over so well, even after happening over 3 days. So, and the other topic was Hunger Games event, also proposed by Skyjumper Talon. He was supposed to provide a date for this event, but he has not by the time of this GSM. So this topic will be skipped until he can do so. And there is a redacted topic in one final one for 4D. Yoshi would like to do... Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm not asking you. Okay.
You're not Yoshi.
So Yoshi would like to do a screenshot contest in the style of MRT Vision.
Eurovision, not MRT Vision.
Or I don't know. Whatever. I'll let Yoshi give out the details on his own accord. We have approved to at least allow him to try it out. This screenshot contest will effectively replace the bi-yearly or yearly official screenshot contest that we usually do. We'll have a different voting system and a different mechanism of how that contest is run, but I'm going to leave that in Yoshi's hands, and we'll see how it goes. So, moving on to section 5. 5A has been skipped because it was revealed that North Haven is under the ownership of Camel and Chimpy, so we're not going to be considering that. 5B, Tom Pears would like ownership of XE7 to 8. Merchant City, owned by Technological 99. He'd like to expand Aqualogen Takasan, whatever that freaking city name is.
Aqualogen Takasan.
AT. This has been approved, so yes. Next up is 5C. Volpicula would like the ownership of C93. I don't remember who owned that, but that has been approved. And finally, Cookie 46910 has requested the ownership of Morihama Ferry Terminal, which is near
W0.
WS or W0, yeah, WS. I don't know why I said that.
That area.
Yeah, the west, somewhere in the West Ocean. That has been approved. That was previously owned
Autumnal
by
Sea.
that. Whatever. That has been previously owned by underscore Bromley, also known as Tony Tajiri. He hasn't been on for a year, so that has been approved. It is now Cookies. Next up, Premier City Reviews. 3 cities were up for consideration: Debeko, made by Surats, Laclede, made by JPH, and Utopia, made by Narnia. I will say, for the most part, none of these cities were approved, with varying degrees of approval or denial. So, yep. The feedback will be sent to all of these players for their consideration, and they may try again later. Okay, moving on to section 7. I have some announcements regarding the allocations of 2 new MRT lines or line extensions, whatever you call them. First up, we're going to talk about the Southern Line East allocations. For any other, so basically I'll mention the stations that have been allocated, and basically all other stations that are not mentioned will be first come, first serve, and open for claiming, starting from the end of this GSM. So once again, for the Southern Line, SE2 will be given to Amber Pine. SE4 and SE5 will be given to MC Protocol for
Existing town.
Oh, the existing town.
He's
Okay,
got an existing town there.
Yeah, there's
in
an
brackets is the existing town.
Okay, there's an existing town of the port city of Victoria there. SE8 will be given to Talon Plays, or Skyjumper Talon, as he's known now. SE9 and SE10 will be given to Camel Fantasy for the existing town of Aeolia. SE12 and SE13 will be given to Sigma the Enigma for his town of Southport. SE17 will be given to Cortese for his town of Merville. And finally, SC20 will be given to the player Mike24 Dude. And then moving on to Jungle Line Phase 2 allocations, the next part of the Jungle Line. JS4 will be given to Skyjumper Talon. JS6 will be given to Funky_Flounder. JS7 will be given to Demarman111. And finally, JS9 will be given to NeedN_NL. Once again, any stations that I have not mentioned for both the Southern and Jungle Lines is open to claiming on a first come, first serve basis. So if you want to grab those stations, you better grab them now. However, I will remind players that if you do claim a station and you do not do anything significant with that around that station within 2 weeks or so, that claim will be removed, and another player will be able to claim it instead. So please make sure if you claim, do build something on there. And
we'll be checking and verifying claims as well, in case multiple people are waiting for a station.
Correct. There's one last Section 7 topic, and that's regarding what Heaven Angel is proposing as the Savannah Line project. This line is actually one of the newer lines in the southwest portion of the map. It's the one that I proposed a long time ago that goes kind of north-south in the middle of the desert and savanna area. We would like Heaven to provide more details of where the stations will be, and also maybe discuss more about the naming. There was some disagreement among staff about what that name should be. There were some interesting suggestions that came out of it, though, was using the letter H for Savannah, but also giving the nickname for this line the Hot Line, because it goes through very hot biomes.
Definitely.
So we'll discuss it with Heaven and figure it out. We'll probably finalize this by the next GSM. Okay. City promotion rank badge. Not really much I can say there.
It's in progress.
Progress. I will. So yeah, the last thing before we get to the open floor and Q&A is I'd like to announce some upcoming events that are coming to the server, just so you guys know about those. First up is LD Shadowlord is organizing the Avella Expo, and he did actually send me something to say for this part. Yes, so registration for the Avella Expo is expiring in 4 days on June 20th. So if you still would like to request a booth in the Avella Expo, please do so by then. And also all exhibitors who are building in the Avella Expo, they have until June 23rd to complete their booth. Otherwise, your booth may be removed. And so the Avella Expo opens on Monday, June 25th, I believe. Yep. From June 25th all the way to Monday, July 2nd. So, yeah, it is an expo. It's a place to just show off all the things that you have, people have built, like companies, like trains, planes, franchises, yeah, all this sort of stuff. And so yeah, please feel free to go visit the expo. And yeah, the other event I'd like to announce is also that the Amazing Race, organized by Minecraft Yoshi 26. The first session of that will be happening on July 1st, Sunday, July 1st, and actually for both of these events, I am planning to stream both the Avella Expo, at least on one of the days, as well as the Amazing Race. So probably what's going to happen is on the Saturday, probably June 30th, I will stream. I'll actually go be on the server and I'll walk around the Avella Expo and just just walk around and look at all the exhibits there. And then on July 1st, I will stream the Amazing Race as well. Okay. I think that is all the announcements. Staff, can you confirm if there's anything I may have missed here?
I think you covered everything.
You got everything.
Okay, cool. All right. It is now time for the open floor and Q&A. Once again, I'll remind you, we are looking for feedback regarding the MRT Wolfhaven Security Agreement. But if you have any other concerns, comments, or questions about any of these topics or anything else regarding the server, please PM me either in-game. Actually, let me go get a pen for this because I'll need to mark your names down. Please PM me in-game or in the Discord voice channel or on the Twitch chat. I'll be looking at all three locations. Please just indicate that you have a question. I'll call your name, and when I call you, you may ask your question. Okay, Otto, I have your name. I'm just mentioning you, so I just make sure you know. Vulpicula, once again, please don't post the whole question because I'm not going to remember it. Please say that you have a question or you would like to speak. Time, I've got you, and as well as Kitty. And Skelly, yep, I got you. Oh, actually, yeah, Skelly, that's a good point. Skelly would like me to announce the 12th Taco Burrito-a-thon that's happening in Elecna Bay. That's happening on June 30th. That'll happen at 5 p.m. UTC. So that's another event that you guys can do. And also, Skelly, I got you for questions. So I put you on the queue there. And I think we're good to go. Yep, okay. Otto, you are first up.
Okay, so first up, I had a question about the town rank, second towns. Considering there's no time limit on second towns if the player's already ranked up, does that mean great English, a town could skip a rank in that sense because the promotion limits would be instant in the first place?
No, towns still need to go through the ranks one at a time.
That's not entirely true, actually, Chief, because because we removed by removing the time limits. I guess it would depend on if the player elects to, at least for maybe councillor mayor at the very least, they would need. There is a possibility that they could go to mayor, but that would mean that they would have to defer asking a staff member for the councillor rank, right? So, I mean, there's usually no reason to do so. You might as well get the councillor rank for your town, but yeah. But essentially, what we're saying, yeah, no, there are no time limits for towns, so you could potentially do that. Yes.
Okay. Second is I'll leave that for funny questions later.
Yes,
Oh,
please leave all funny questions to the end. I forgot to say that. Yes.
The stupid questions go later.
Otto, is that your only question for now?
Yes, that is my only question currently. Thank you.
Okay. Next up is Dragon Bloom 419. Please ask your question. I'll watch. I think you asked it in Minecraft. Okay, doing it on Minecraft. You're live on the internet, Dragon. Here we can see you typing away. So about the airfield fences. Dragon Balloon asked, my airfield has one. What's a fence? Okay, that's an interesting spelling of fence. Has one fence as a cliff, and I need a better definition of where the airfield ends and the mountain starts. Can see what you mean there. I guess we'd have to look at it and see, but it's basically any space that's used up by the airfield. So if it's a natural cliff that's already there, I would say that's probably not included as part of your airfield allocation. In the case that we were looking at, it was at an actual man-made fence, and it was slightly over. It was actually built in a way that made the total allocation slightly over the 700 blocks. So you maybe one of the staff or myself can go look at that, Dragon, but I'm pretty sure I think you should still be in the clear because that's a natural cliff. I'm assuming, rather than a man-made one. Does that answer your question? Yes, but part of the fence is fence. Okay, at this point, I think someone's going to need to look at that, Dragon. I can't really answer that at the moment, but yeah.
Could I give a comment on that as well?
Sure.
Dragon, I'm happy to look at that if you need.
Wouldn't it be easier to then just say that terrain features wouldn't be counted and any structural features like fences or walls and such would?
We don't want people just building cliffs around their towns and claiming, oh, that's not part of it.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but that would kind of break the land scoring rule, so...
At this point, we're going to just try to go with this rule and see. Again, our idea is that anything you build as part of the airfield is part of the allocation. The fence that was in contention was simply a one wide fence. So in terms of the overall violation of the 7,500 rule, it wasn't very much, but people were complaining about it. And just to make sure that everything's consistent, we are going to stick with that 7,500 rule. With regard to Dragon's airport, I'm not sure. It sounds like it might be a partially part of it is man-made and partially natural. So then that's a bit of a gray area. I'm not sure if
the fence is man-made.
Okay.
I just had a look now.
Okay. Dragon, we'll talk to you after the GSM, and we'll make a judgment there about that. Okay. Volpicula had a question. I don't remember what you said, but I know you tried to post it in game, so you have to post it again.
I have two more now. It's doing me nervous. I guess it would now be encouraged to start building things like embassies on Wolfhaven, just to, have an informal relationship with the entities on the server.
Not really, no.
Are you asking if we're going to build an embassy on there?
Maybe, yeah. It would be any entity on the server.
We don't have plans to build one.
Okay.
Yeah, not at the moment. If Silverwolf brings up the idea, or if one of the staff members from either server wants to try to build that, don't see any problems with doing that. But yeah, but it'll have to definitely wait until we actually finalize the agreement. So
The advertising rule wouldn't apply retroactively, right?
No, it would not apply retroactively, because I'm not going to go back into the logs and try to enforce that. So yeah, no.
I mean,
I forgot my
This
other
is-
question. So,
yeah, this is.
Before.
Sorry, Chief, what did you want to say?
I was going to say that this clarification, it's a clarification on the rule. I mean,
It's an
advertising other servers has been that hasn't been allowed in the first place.
Yeah, there were some the reason why I'm clarifying is there was some ambiguity about that rule, and I just wanted to make it very people.
Yeah.
The wording as it was, the intent was just for Minecraft servers, but because they're now Discord servers now, because remember this rule was made before we had Discord, so I'm just adding some clarification there. Do you have anything else you want to add on, Volpicula?
Just to clarify, if a station like an MRT station is completely underground and there's actually no way of getting from that station to the surface, is that a rule violation, or is that just something that should be reported?
This is bad design. Let us know.
That's just
There's
probably a
two.
boo-boo. Yeah. Again, when the MRT staff, actually, when the original lines were built, I do know that mistakes happen, and I think there was at least one station where there was absolutely no way of getting into it. So
I'm looking at Pearl Coast.
I mean, I wager this would be somewhat intentional. No, just try and contact the mayor then.
Yep. So if you see that, just contact the staff or contact the mayor of the town, and we'll just fix it.
Will do.
Is that all? Is it all?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Cool. All right, moving on. Fred, I've got you in the queue, just letting you know. Next up is Time to Make My Move. And he is posting in Discord. His question is, will the Premiere feedback doc be released publicly? Because you seem to indicate that it would not be.
Usually they are. They release in the same folder as all the others.
Okay, yeah, so yes, it will be released publicly shortly.
Kitty's next, I think.
I'll go dump that in announcements now.
Okay. I'm assuming that's your only question time. Moving on to Kitty Cat 11231.
Okay, so at the last GSM, there was an announcement that there would be a rule change which would require players to receive a double warning to have to write like a reflection statement to clear that double warning, but that the rule hadn't been implemented yet. Do you have any updates on when that rule will be implemented?
Yeah, apologies for this. It was actually kind of shadow implemented without really much fanfare, but it is now an official rule. The website has been updated. The warning and ban policy at the very bottom of the rules page has been updated with this information. So, yep, we have actually had one player who has passed, or at least been approved, has written this reflection letter and has been approved. So for any other players who are still demoted based on their double warnings, they will need to write that reflection email.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Moving on to Mr. Skelly Zopperman.
Yes, first question, Mr. Frumple, is regarding the Wolfhaven agreement. Who exactly will be allowed into that Discord server if and when information sharing begins?
Yep, so I can answer that. It'll be myself, Silverwolf. Oops, sorry, excuse me. Myself, Silverwolf, and the admins from our server. So, Chief and everyone else. And all the admins on their side. That's, I'm not going to... They have quite a few admins. So...
I'd like to make a additional note to that. I'm not sure. That depends on if it's implemented in time or not. That might also include the Minister of Foreign Affairs from Wolfhaven.
Okay. I might have to clarify with them of who exactly they're including, but my understanding, what they told me, was it was them, Silverwolf, and his admins. So.
Also, second question regarding another thing at Wolfhaven. I did attend the parliamentary meeting, and they were potentially asking for a policy that they would punish Wolfhaven members for acting out on the MRT server, regardless of whether they were doing it in Wolfhaven's name or not. Would you change the MRT's policy regarding that if Wolfhaven changes its policy?
So I was at the Parliament session, and my understanding was actually Wolfhaven already does this. There was a misunderstanding between me and Silverwolf, but from what I've clarified, Wolfhaven already has a policy of giving warnings based on if they cause trouble in the name of Wolfhaven onto other servers. The official policy on the MRT, however, has been pretty hands-off. Like, we don't care about what you do on other servers, and we don't warn you for that. However, there have been incidents, actually several incidents before, where MRTers have gone on to Wolfhaven and have said things like, MRT is better, Wolfhaven sucks, that sort of, like, they're clearly representing the MRT, and they're clearly identifying themselves as from the MRT, and they're causing trouble. So essentially, this is not part of the security agreement. This is something separate that we will probably discuss at the meeting next week. But essentially, we would have to change. I am considering changing the policy such that yes, we would. If MRT members did go on Wolfhaven, they would be subject to warnings if the Wolfhaven staff reported those players to us. If they did do it in the name of the MRT. So I would like to also clarify that this does not apply to any general warnings that you get on Wolfhaven. So if you're an MRTer and you go on Wolfhaven and you get a warning just based on your behavior on Wolfhaven unrelated to the MRT, that will not be held against you. It would maybe communicate to us based on the security agreement, but does not mean that you will get a warning automatically on this end, on the MRT side. So,
and vice versa. So it's like if you have a minor infraction here, that will probably not translate into a warning there. So just because, again, it's only for like if you go on there and explicitly cause trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, third question. Will you host all resource packs for the MRT? Where will you host resource packs for the MRT stations if that becomes a thing? Will you host it on the file server? And if so, what criteria will they have to meet for them to be included there?
Okay, so I think it is too early for me to specify what that criteria would be. There has been suggestions that yes, the file server could be used, and yeah, it could. It's probably a good spot to put it in, but I'm not going to confirm that right now. Again, the announcement, this announcement thing I'm doing for the Arctic line is a pilot project. We're just going to try it out and see how well it works. If it does work well, then at that point we'll start establishing a criteria for additional resource packs and how they can get uploaded to the file server if we do decide that. So,
and fourth and final question, if there are any member-initiated events for the anniversary, will those be grouped with the staff-initiated events on the anniversary and get the same or similar treatment?
Depends on what they are.
Depends on what they are, yeah. In general, I'd like to keep these server anniversary events official. So I mean, run by staff because it is about the server. If people want to do separate events, they can totally do so, but they might run into a problem where they conflict with official events that are happening. I have had, like for example, Skyjumper Talon was suggesting to run an event on one of the days, like on the 14th, right after the 6th anniversary, and I did suggest to him that maybe that might not be the best time to do the event. Probably another weekend would be better. So.
Okay, thank you for answering, and I apologize for the volume of questions.
No, those were actually excellent questions, Skelly. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Moving on. I'm just going to just double check. I may have missed some people, but yeah, Fred and then Shadow Border. So Fred, go ahead. Oh, okay, Kitty. I just saw your message there, but yeah, I got your never mind there. Fred, where are you? Fred.
Are you
Fred.
typing somewhere, Fred?
Fred.
It's not.
Right rail.
It's time mode.
Okay, Fred's question. He has actually attached a screenshot. Fred says, if there's an airfield like this pictured, where there has to be a wall to separate from buildings, would that be considered part of the airfield? I would say yes in general, but again, you have to ask staff to look at it. But yes,
we'll need to look at where it is in your actual city, Fred, because that screenshot looks like it's from your lab.
Yeah, but yeah, it would. But in general, based on what I'm looking at here, would be included as part of your airfield allocation. So. Does that hopefully that answers your question, friend? A lot of things going on here. Okay, and the last person on my queue so far is Shadow Border. I'm gonna actually have his questions right now. First question is: you mentioned that the MRT was trying to increase cooperation with Wolfhaven. What are some other ways you are trying to increase cooperation with Wolfhaven? Okay, you just repeated that. We're just gonna start with this for now. This security agreement. Again, the whole when actually Mind Builder is in chat right now, but when he suggested opening a dialogue, I was simply just open to listen what they have to say, and if they want to increase that cooperation on their end, yeah, we'll be open to listen to whatever other proposals they have. But I will say that the MRT is not actively trying to increase cooperation from our end. We're busy doing our own thing. Wolfhaven is doing their thing.
Not to say that we don't like them. We're just doing our own thing right now.
Yeah.
And we're just putzing along.
But yeah, we are open to, if they want to increase cooperation other ways, then we're all ears. The second question
also,
go ahead.
A bunch of us were at the Wolfhaven Parliament session this morning. So yeah, like at least we were just like, we're just gonna go and see how that is.
Yeah, we were welcome there. So yeah, the second sorry, let me just go over the second question here. The second question from Shadow Border is: how will we, as MRT members, agree to the security agreement, and would there be an opt-out option to it? So. Yeah, that is an open question. Specifically, there's actually two separate issues here. One is regarding the GDPR, which does require an opt-in, and that is a separate issue from the security agreement, where it's about just general privacy and how your data is being used. Wolfhaven was discussing this in the Parliament session. How this is going to be achieved, we're not sure. Probably myself and other staff will start looking at some solutions in the next month or so. With regards to the security agreement, I don't think in this, but specifically about the data, like the information that you've been banned or that sort of thing, I don't think I honestly, I'm not sure if I can answer that question right now. I have to actually think about it and how that will fit within this whole framework.
Also, I mean, bans and stuff, that only would be provided on explicit request. It's not like we would be announcing to them every single time there was a ban.
Yeah, but the whole the option of opting out, the thing is, if you opt out of the security agreement, technically that would also opt you out from the whole server, because we would like I don't. I have to ask Wolfhaven if there's a way for people to no. In order to play on the server, you have to agree to our terms, and the terms would be including that your information about whether you've been banned or warned or any other infractions that may be shared, and if you don't like it, then you would not be able to play.
That way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to be harsh about this, but we don't expect this to be an issue for most people, or I mean, or almost all people. But yeah. Okay, I don't know if that answers Shadowboard's question. He's not online on Discord, so we'll see. Okay, so that's the Otto. Did you want to say any comment there or something, or?
I'll ask that as a separate question.
Okay.
Later.
Okay. So my queue of questions is empty right now. So if you want to ask a question, please let me know in game, in Twitch chat, or in Discord voice channel. And okay, Kitty has a less than serious question, so I'll put one last final call for any serious questions before we get on to the stupid stuff and the brain rotting silliness that's about to ensue. But,
are we setting a 20-minute time limit on this, or how are we going to do this?
Well, we got this, and then we got 20 questions, and then we need to open the Southern line. So
yeah, then Front Bus to write it.
I will.
Do you want to open it now and write it while you? Oh no, because you need to.
No, because I got to put 20 questions.
20 questions.
How about we do this? Let's leave the silly questions until I start writing the Southern line. That's probably good. At least give me something to do while I'm writing it.
Sure. I want to ask my question before you do that.
Okay, but once again, this is a final call for any serious questions and concerns, or whatever you want to say.
Don't ask about the build, though, Kitty.
Not directly. I'm not going to spoil it.
No, don't even give any hints. Don't give a hint.
He'll never be able to guess.
No, still
No.
No hints.
He has to guess on his own.
Again, final call. Going once. Going twice. Okay, so we're going to play...
Sold to nothing.
We're going to play 20 questions then. So 20 questions first, and then we'll open the Southern line, and then silly questions galore while I become increasingly stupider and stupider while I answer your questions.
Oh, yes.
All right. Cool. I'm keeping score of the number of questions remaining. So whenever you're ready, 20.
All right. No hints, huh? Is it an event of some sort?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Is it a person of some sort?
Yes.
A person is involved.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
18.
Is the person doing something illegal?
No.
Okay.
Probably not.
Definitely not.
It could be. If you don't know how it is.
Maybe in some
We're under North Korean jurisdiction.
Anyway, continue.
Is the person famous?
Depends on what context.
Define famous.
As in a celebrity or someone?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
That's relative.
Okay. Is it related to the MRT server?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that actually
No.
narrows it down a bit. So it is a person doing something. Someone is typing Vulpicula. Please turn your push to talk on. Thank you.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I thought I had it on.
Okay, so it's a person doing something and is related to the MRT server.
Yep, and you got 15 left.
It's someone not famous.
I'll be very concerned if there was a celebrity on the MRT server.
Yeah,
I mean, I could be
Seth, what?
William Shatner with a voice changer.
And Tina
came
Fey
here
built a
to
councilor town.
build cities.
I've
And
actually
produce
seen
plants.
June contributed to Glowlight Town.
Is the person doing some... Are they building something?
No.
No.
14.
Yes, and
No, that's a no.
No, they're not building.
That's a no.
That's very obviously a no.
Oh, by the way, I just will say, this was God's idea, by the way.
Is that a hint?
No, it's
No,
not.
I thought you said no hints,
That
Yoshi.
sounds like a hint to
No,
me.
I'll say it's not a
It's
hint.
nothing. It is not a hint.
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing.
I mean, nothing's behind you, so.
Other than the fact it's probably oddly cringy.
Guys, I thought we said no hints.
God's trademark.
God damn it.
God
Alright.
damn it.
40 questions to go.
Let's get shocked.
Is not doing something illegal, not building. Cringy. Cringy.
That's not part of it.
Yeah, that's not a hint at all.
Is the person... This is very strange. Is the person happy?
Indeterminate.
Probably not.
He is emotionless.
The person itself is indeterminate.
I mean, it's
He is
got a really
emotionless.
dead
I'm
looking-
getting so many different
looking
answers
expression.
here.
Just
The
no.
answer is-
No,
the answer is
not
no.
happy.
Yes, and
Chat
Not
exploded.
I mean, it looks.
Okay, the answer is no. No hits, no hits. The answer is no.
Okay.
The answer
Yes.
is no.
13.
Not doing anything illegal.
Kind of a dead looking.
Does it have anything to do with transportation?
No.
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 Maybe.
yes, and
Kind of.
No, it
No.
doesn't.
No.
No.
I mean, it
It's
sort
not.
of does.
The answer is no.
Oops. Does it have anything to do with food?
No.
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 yes,
Depends
No.
what you define as food.
You could try, but it wouldn't go very well.
Even with a very liberal definition of food, it's not food.
I mean, some people use an
Anything's
airplane.
food. Just,
No,
Anyway, continue.
Continue.
it's just whether
So
you
he's doing...
put it in your
Okay.
mouth.
What? I'm so confused. Is it... I think I might fail this one, because this one's a weird
You
one.
can do it. You
You're
can do
never
have
gonna
you-
guess this.
You still have 12.
as long as you believe in
At least know it's
God.
something to do with the server. So.
We can go to negative questions here.
No. Come on, you can do it.
Is... Is the person a member of the MRT?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're getting it there.
None.
You've only
Okay.
eliminated
they
one
are.
rank.
Okay, let's do the follow-up question. Is the person a staff member on the MRT?
Yes.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he is.
I mean, maybe.
Yes. The
Is
person
it-
is a staff member. 10.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Okay, I was wasted
Are
3
you
questions. I should have just said, "Is it me?" And then I would have done. Okay. All right.
9 more to go.
9.
No, we're getting somewhere.
It's not transportation related. It's not food related. What am I doing?
You probably.
You probably open up so far.
You're never gonna guess.
Am I
Yeah,
doing
Frank, I'm not
something
doing anything
disgusting?
illegal.
Am I?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
You can define it as disgusting.
Am I doing something physical? Like very physical?
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Why?
That does not count
The
as
answer
physical.
is
Some of
no.
you guys say no. Some of you say I don't know.
What
What is it?
I mean,
Yes, and
He himself isn't doing something with this.
Nothing is physical.
The answer is
There's nothing physical about that.
He's not got chest muscles or anything.
Anyway.
Am I?
What? No.
We should do that next time. Crumple, but really buff.
No hints. No hints.
I don't. What?
Just ignore.
The fuck am I doing? I
Spicy.
don't understand. I don't understand. I have to ask very specific actions of what I'm doing, and that's gonna.
It's kind of abstract.
No hints, please.
No, sorry, that wasn't meant to be a hint.
You can do it, Crumple.
Am I actually alive?
$15?
Yes, you are
Yes.
alive.
Yes.
6.
Okay, just
You're not
No.
dead.
just gonna take that a possibility out of the
Not
picture.
yet.
Not
yet.
Yeah, I think I don't know. This is is there am I sleeping?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
5.
It's not like your skin has eyelids, so we couldn't really tell.
No hints.
How was that a hint?
Nothing.
Very spicy.
Just say nothing.
Nothing.
I'm not doing something disgusting. I'm not. I don't understand.
And it's not, and you're not doing anything physical.
You're also not happy.
I'm not happy.
Emotionless.
Well, it's kind of true anyway, but you know.
Well, that's dark.
Oh yeah. What?
I don't know either.
Am I doing something productive?
No.
Nope.
No.
Yeah. Not really. Not as productive as a GSM.
So,
Which means nothing's really getting done.
so so that kind of implies that I might be doing something.
You're sad.
I'm sad.
You're sad. You said you were sad.
Well, that's kind of a hint. You kind of gave me a freebie there, because
I thought we said no hints.
No, he asked earlier.
Just mean I want the
no,
hook.
specifically, I said, "Am I happy?" I didn't know whether I
And the
was
answer was
sad
no.
or
Okay,
mad.
well, it's sad.
It's sad. Okay.
You can have that one for free. God damn.
Oh, yes.
Not like he's gonna guess it anyway.
I have a bet with gods, so.
We are talking 7 money, right, Chief?
Am
You
I
are completely
sad
boned for having that bet.
because? Am I sad because I dropped something?
No.
Reason indeterminate.
Maybe.
Am I
I mean, it doesn't seem like he's dropping something.
Am I sad because I have to run this goddamn server?
Reason
I
indeterminate.
mean, probably, but that's not.
It's probably related.
There's no definite
Reason
answer.
Maybe.
indeterminate.
There's no definite answer.
I mean, the thing is, like, probably, but that doesn't really have to do with this. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I hope not.
It's probably
I mean,
related.
Like setting
Yeah.
gasoline on fire in a burning building. It's
Am I
certainly
just
not
do like
stopping it.
Netflix?
Am I banning someone in this?
No.
No.
That would make you happy,
One more
wouldn't it?
question, then I guess.
No, it would make me unhappy to have to do it. So no.
One more question.
I
then you
can
have
find
the
a way
next
to change that. Just give me a few minutes and I'll make you very happy with that.
Please no, don't do that.
Please don't.
I have one left.
Yes.
And
One question and a
I'm-
guess.
I am really puzzled at what this is. I'm sad.
Can I have your kidney if you fail?
The thing is, it's not related to food, so I mean, the obvious one would be something taco related, but
Well, you have one more question. And
I
then
would
you
like
have-
to move that in the event Frumpel fails 20 questions, we see how he would do at 40 questions.
No.
No.
Oh yeah,
No,
40
I don't wanna-
questions time.
One more question, and then you have a guess.
Gods and I have a bet running, so
Yeah, you're boned. Oh, God's is boned.
is this something? Oh, I don't want to ask that one.
you should
Go
ask
ahead.
it. You have
Ask
one
it.
question left.
Ask
though.
it.
Just the Hail Mary.
Okay. Am I sad because this thing is meta and because I'm playing 20 questions?
It's.
And
Related.
reason indeterminate.
I mean,
Yes,
it's. I mean, okay. What is your question exactly?
Basically,
He's basically asking why he's sad. Reason indeterminate.
No, basically what I'm asking is what is depicted me playing 20 questions, because it might be in itself.
You're not
no,
playing
no,
20
gotta
questions.
No, and
Playing
you have
20
one,
questions.
okay, you gotta guess now. What's your final guess?
That doesn't. You didn't really answer my question, but
Oh, well, the answer is no. You are not playing 20 questions in the background.
Oh,
okay.
I mean, it is kind of meta. That's not the question, wasn't it?
No.
Well, it could be, but
It's
most likely
related,
not.
but that's not the answer.
It's me attending the GSM. That's my guess. I don't know.
Turn around.
Nope.
That was very close, but no.
Okay, Gods,
the
you
only
have
time-
Just cheer front. Turn around.
What?
Yeah, that
You
should
said
be
it
the
during the
appropriate reaction.
GSM.
Yeah,
You
you
said it, you
wanna
said
fly
it.
up, Purple.
You said it at the GSM.
You said it at the GSM.
At this very
One
GSM.
GSM, you should build my emotional baggage. Okay.
Yeah, that is
Alright.
meta, isn't it?
Actual, literal, emotional baggage.
Wait, Yoshi, can I break
We've got to
the
go
ice?
open the line now.
Oh,
For
yeah,
the,
oh, yeah,
for the
sorry.
record, I was
Yeah.
going to ask Frumpel on what the weirdest experience he's ever had with
Frumpel, look.
TSA was.
Sorry, could I ask it?
Oh, make it extra detailed.
Okay.
Before we do
Wow.
that, Gods, you owe me $10, and then let's open this line.
May I
It
tip into
sounded like you
someone?
said the slime instead of the slime.
This line, yeah.
Well, I like how you built my avatar though. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I thought we said no player statues.
Shh, don't worry about it.
Nope.
It serves its purpose.
Remember, you got to go open the line.
Okay, I'm going. Jeez, I'm
Yeah,
going.
Frumpel, you should really invest
Get
in
moving so I can piss off everybody.
travel.
May I
Nope.
tip into someone?
Okay, I declare this southern line, the first portion of the southern line,
Close.
open.
Boo.
Sorry, Phil
Yay.
Pickler. It's within 500 blocks of Narnia's town. You got to speak to him before you play.
And I'm going to ride the line now,
Arnie, where are you?
and I
Wait,
expect
Garnia's here?
people to start bumping into me pretty soon. Anyway, now
Yeah, you
is
can go in now.
it's now time for the silly questions. We're doing it a little differently today, so yeah, please ask.
Nobody should have any plans for the station.
Please ask your silly questions in. Actually, just tell. Just don't you don't have to say question. Just tell it in
Just go, but please
just
don't
Joe.
talk.
Just ask away.
Just go.
Are you
Andrew-
half man, half mine card?
No, I'm
So-
not.
Right now, yes.
Okay.
There's actually a serious issue with the server. When you type the /ping command, you get pong. But when you type /pong, you get pong. Can you fix this? This is actually really stressing me out.
No, it's an essentials bug.
I feel like it could cause a few suicides.
Did you know you can do slash? Did
Who
you know
cares?
you can
What
do
are you
slash
doing?
Pong?
I don't know.
From Paul, are you aware that the anniversary this year is on Friday the 13th and on a solar eclipse in certain areas of the world?
Yeah, well, Piccolo, you can do slash
Uh,
Pong.
I'm aware. I am aware that it is on the Friday the 13th. I didn't know about the solar eclipse. I don't really
Is it
believe
a total
in.
eclipse of the heart?
I don't really believe. I don't really believe in such superstition because I mean, bad things happen all the time. So
This is the chain.
It's
of
not
command.
superstition if it actually
Neither.
happens.
Fun fact: people actually hurt themselves more on like Thursday the 12th before Friday the 13th in some areas of the world because people get so preparing and they hurt themselves while preparing for Friday the 13th. It's actually kind
Okay,
of funny.
so
Damn it.
Frumple, did you say the F word during at some point during the GSM?
Yes.
Holy fuck.
When was it?
No,
It-
remember when
Thankfully,
we got up to
yeah,
Yoshi's
Yoshi.
thing? And he was like,
4D.
Yoshi, what the fuck is that?
It was 4D.
So
It was
basically,
a quality soundbite.
basically when Yoshi, I didn't really read his proposal that closely before the GSM, honestly. So I got to that point. And I was like,
Reassuring.
yeah, that's what I asked. It was
You're
done
like,
in
No,
jest.
you were reading
not
off
done.
the list of.
It was not done as an insult. It was just, yeah.
No, you were reading
was
off a
confusion.
bunch of certain line allocation, and then you said effing for one of the allocations.
Yeah, we're
I
going down the
don't
water.
remember that part.
Or maybe I misheard you saying funky flounder.
it was.
You probably did, because I don't remember saying
Yep.
the F word.
Yeah, that
There.
was Funky Flounder.
Is this? Oh, I see.
Underwater, yeah.
What? Tom, stop making. We're not a two-car train. Go. What are you doing?
Approaching southeast.
Miss,
Two
my
cars
name is Tom
southeast.
Pears, and I'm your favorite.
No, Tom
and I'm
Pears
your
is
Wait,
trying to
Frumple,
build
can you
a
please
physical version
answer?
of the chain of command.
Okay.
Yes, this
What-
is the one underwater.
So sorry,
section.
guys. Let's go through the silly questions here. Skelly, what else?
Can you please answer Fred the Time Lord's question that he pinged you with?
Yes, I see it. Fred asks, do you want to star in a Fred Rail ad where your soul gets sucked out of your body and you wake up as a face on the front of a Fred Rail train?
Oh my goodness, Thomas the Frumple engine.
Oh, God.
I will
I think it'd be
say,
Frumple the Tank Engine.
I will say that when I was a kid, I did watch Thomas the Tank Engine quite a bit.
He didn't.
I didn't.
Some people
You
didn't.
had a very,
I did.
very sad.
But nowadays, I think that series is kind of silly, and that's not.
Yeah,
that's not a,
nowadays
for
people,
kids.
watch Chuggington.
Chuggington.
What?
Wait, so
Same.
you didn't watch Thomas the
Honkin'
Tank
horns.
Engine when you were young, but you didn't have about
Fred, you
Chuggington.
better
of
not
course.
actually be
I did
making
watch
that.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Also, Frumple, what do you think about rain? Does it happen a lot in Vancouver, and still do you like it?
Personally, in Vancouver, there's this reputation that it rains all the time. That's not
Are you saying
actually.
it doesn't?
That's not actually the. Depending on the season, it's during the summer, which we are actually right in the middle of. It hasn't rained for quite a while, so there's definitely a few months where there's no rain. Personally, I do like the rain. However, a lot of people in Vancouver do complain about the rain, so I guess I'm in the minority there.
Wait,
I would like to ask,
Turn to a freaking downpour in Nanaimo.
If you want constant rain, move to Seattle.
I would like to ask Frumple, what is your response to
move to Manila.
or questions allegation that you are beholden to your corporate donors?
I don't know who MHAF question is, and I don't have any corporate donors.
Oh, he is running to replace you as owner.
If you want to move to a place where there's rain consistently, you may want to move to a shower.
For more information, click the link in Discord.
Okay.
Also, Frumple, I got confirmation from Fred that yes, he is making that.
Yeah, Frumple, what's your opinion on this song here that I'm about to post?
Please don't. If you play a music in the Discord, you're going to go to random musical interludes.
No, that's why I'm making you play it.
No,
Also,
I'm not
Frumple
going
is
to play
streaming.
it on my stream. No.
Better not be copyrighted.
Okay.
Copyright.
Speaking of singing, AP has asked in Twitch chat, would you ever consider singing the Jungle Line announcements to the tune of Guns N' Roses' "Welcome to the Jungle"? The thing is,
banana boat.
to be honest, I'm not a big music fan, like a mainstream music fan. As you can probably tell from the 80s music that you hear playing during the beginning of my stream. So I don't know. I've never heard of that song. I know I've heard of Guns N' Roses, but I don't know. I don't know that song. We are approaching SE 4 or 5. This is the transfer to Ireland.
I've got a kind of serious, but it's kind of an opinion question, not any question that's really serious. Like, you know what I mean with that.
Okay.
What was your impression of the Wolfhaven parliamentary system?
How honest should I be here?
Very.
It is
I think Wolfhaven can handle it.
I thought our GSMs were long, and honestly, I feel like that it's their way of doing things, and if that's the way they want to do it, that's fine. But I feel like some of the topics that they discussed could have been handled by, perhaps by not. There's no need for all this discussion. I feel like it's an excuse for people to engage in verbal diarrhea during Parliament session, where they talk a lot and don't really make any proper points, and to the detriment of everyone else because they can't understand them.
Frumple, get back in your cards.
Oh, why am I out? Why? Who?
You got dispensed.
Oh, I got dispensed. Okay. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, but I can see again and this is a serious part, like when I started the server, I made a conscious decision to not make it a democracy. As much as how appealing it sounds, and like I can see how actually I'm having some difficulty seeing how it could be fun doing it, because I can see just endless debate and all that, and I don't feel like I feel like it wastes a lot of time. So, and from what I heard from other Minecraft servers when I first started the MRT, I did see some forum threads that said, yeah, you should not run it as a democracy, just to make your life a lot easier. So
yeah, it's not always the easiest option. I do want to make one note on that. The session you did see today was actually a session where only first discussions happened. Everything was a first discussion, which is really rare, actually. It means there's no voting, no conclusions, nothing. That's actually kind of something I did want to side note there.
Okay. Well, still...
But yeah, I get the point. That's true.
It was interesting, at least, to go visit, because I was curious of how they actually run it. I do actually read the Hansards and order papers from the sessions, just occasionally, just to see how they do things. Somebody decarded me.
Jang Chan.
Okay.
Boy.
What?
Shock him.
Let's actually do this, because there we go.
Just a quick thing. Tom Paris, are you here?
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk a bit after this is done, or like right now?
After it's good.
Okay. So
any more silly questions?
Shadow Border has a question. Has anyone ever told you sound like Wendover Productions? I don't know who that is.
You sound similar but different enough that you can tell.
So I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Any more other silly questions? How long is this Southern line? It's gonna take a while to.
26 stations.
Okay, so we're gonna be here for
God.
a while.
It's literally 13,000.
I'm gonna get this cat. Yes, I got the cat. Chief, should we auction off the thing? The naming rights.
Oh yeah, we need to do a new naming auction now. The next GSM's happened, so we're gonna do a naming auction
will sponsor it for $20
for the Diplomacy Center in Central City. So the current name is the Not a Clue Diplomacy Center. We're gonna open bids at $20.
The what?
What are you guys doing?
We're auctioning the naming rights to the Diplomacy Center in Central City, which is currently named the Not a Clue Diplomacy Center.
Oh.
Can it be an advertisement for a company?
What is the purpose of the Diplomacy Center? What does it do?
To have the GSMs there, but we did our GSM at a PvP arena today, so whatever.
Oh.
It's a backup location to do a GSM.
It's 120, 120. Robin bids
130,
130.
131 a Cardinal Land.
We got 150 from Lego.
Gods is out.
Lego, Gods is out. Volpe bids 151, 160 from Robin.
Where is
180 from Lego.
180
from Lego.
Robin's going 1850.
What exactly?
1850. We're going 1850. Okay, 1850.
1851.
1888 from Auto. 1888. All right. 2,000 from Kitty, 2,001 from Wolf.
What are we bidding on again?
I don't
We're bidding on the
Name-
naming rights.
2,150.
We're bidding on the naming
2,000,
rights to
2,500 from Kitty. Oh my lord, you people are crazy. You're
I
gonna
did
pay
that by accident. I was supposed to run it 5.
That's an invalid amount. Our
that's
currency
an
is
invalid bid. 250 flat for Kitty.
2,500 for
2,500
Kitty.
for Kitty.
All right. Any
Any
more
more?
bids?
Kitty,
Going
this
once.
is not worth it.
Okay,
No,
that's a
well, like-
valid bid. That's a valid bid.
That's a valid bid.
2,502 cents for Kitty. 2,505 for Auto.
This is for 1 month, guys. What are you doing?
This isn't 2,505.25.
You see,
Kitty got in first with 2,505.02.
I just want to make other people bankrupt. I don't really care about myself.
if you want to make other people
2505.
bankrupt, like $18,000.
2,505.02 going once.
What are we doing?
This is
Going
to Kitty.
twice.
2,600 auto.
2,600 auto. Oh god.
So we
What
get
are we doing?
naming rights for 1 month to what building?
The
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy Center in Central City.
We should
So
show,
the place,
we should show Frumple the Diplomacy Center.
if you haven't seen the Diplomacy Center and would like to,
What's the price right now?
it's $2,600 auto.
$2,600.
I can't believe I did that by accident.
2,601 cent to Kitty Cat
$2,600?
11231. Yes. 2,602 cents to
Money.
Volpe, 2,603 cents to Kitty.
Even
Guys,
if I
who gets this
wanted
money?
to, I could not bid on this.
Chief gets money of it, and Mega gets some.
Can I get some?
Mhm.
You have from Mega?
No.
26 to Auto, 3,800.
3,800 to Volpic.
Can I have a 1%?
Who wants to let Vulpicula have it?
Wait, what? No.
No.
I have regrets.
3,800 going once.
He doesn't even have that much money.
3,800
It's,
to
an
Volpe.
Like
invalid bid.
5 minutes.
3,801 cent to Auto.
Vulpicula, I was gonna say Mossack Fonseca Banking Services can give you a line of credit.
3,801 cent to Auto going once.
Wait, let me see how I would fare against
Going twice.
Hang on, wait.
If you want to bid. Oh
no,
my
this-
god.
God.
Volpe, you don't have the money.
I will in 5 minutes.
Volpe has.
Only give
No,
me a
no,
cent.
Vulpicula cast a bid.
He doesn't have that much.
3,801 to Dragon.
Actually, no, he bid 38 cents.
HVT.
ABT.
5,000.
This is an auction. You don't get to retract your
I think
bids.
you should let Vulpicula have it.
At this point, I
HVT's
just want
got
to slide auto.
for 5,000.
If you let Vulpicula have it, I can offer Vulpicula some credit with a certain interest rate.
Come at me, Dutchy.
Can someone explain why do you want this so much? I don't understand.
Auto has bid
Because I have
3,801.
somebody else over.
See,
Why
I have
else?
a lot of money and I want to put my name on a building, but this is too high.
I did it by accident. I didn't mean to. Ooh, my McDonald's delivery's here. Be right back.
Good.
Auto, seriously, you should let Vulpicula.
I don't even know what I'm bidding on. What is this?
You're naming a building for a month.
Wait, what building?
Some diplomacy center. It's not worth it.
Sounds like crap.
Some building that's not worth it, yeah.
It's worth like $100 maybe.
Folks in Twitch chat, I'll answer your questions once this silly auction is done.
So that's it.
Crap. What did I do?
Pay
All right.
Hey, Chief.
38.01 and 15 cents to
I have
Chief,
made a mistake.
and the Chief will pay me my cut.
And I'll pay you your cut. Volpic, what would you like to name it?
Can I put a video link?
$950.29 to me.
Wait, how little?
I don't even know. I don't even know what the building looks like.
I'll pay you $50 to for you to name it what I want you to name it.
Oh, that's a sound deal.
I'll pay you. I'll pay you 500.
She's not. She's not.
All right, let Otto do that.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, Volpic, you're at the building. So it's this building that you have now won the naming rights for $3,801.15.
Current name seems fine to me.
Chief, you forgot and a franchise
Totally
box.
call it Feline Holding Center.
Feeling Holdings Diplomacy Center?
The Feline Holding Center Diplomacy Center.
No. The Freshy Tea Building Diplomacy Center building.
Yes.
Volpic spent way too much building.
The Mozak Fonseca Weapons Contracting Diplomacy Building.
I was going to name it the Glenfire Building Disco and Plantacilia Gogo Diplomacy Building.
Oh, not that
I
name.
thought you were going to give it some name in Dutch.
Nope.
I can actually pronounce
So
that name fluently.
what have we decided for the name?
I'm gonna need a month or so to decide.
You only get a month to name it.
Last for a month, so.
It gets renamed after the next GSM.
Oh, that's where that is.
Wait, where does this money even go?
To Chief.
And Mega.
And me.
I'll pay Mega his cut.
Can I just give it entirely to
Chief?
No. Not you.
Wait, why is it only going to Chief and Mega though?
Because I helped build it and Chief mainly built it.
Hey,
I put a machine in.
You don't get
Also
a
buy
cut.
the lotto, please.
Okay.
If anyone wants to
what
spend
can we
more
win
money, the next MBS News Bulletin will be accepting commercials.
Okay. I'm going to.
Okay, this auction's done now.
I'm going to answer a couple questions from Twitch chat. APS, when will the MRT system be getting Wi-Fi, aircon, and contactless card payment on all services?
There's no payment at all. It's free.
Yeah, it's free.
No, you need a contactless card to pay $0.
And Lego asks, would you ever consider making an MRT branded warp line? Probably not. Yeah. I think I'll leave that to the third parties.
What's happening with the other MRT thing you were building on the lab world?
The possible V6. I haven't worked on it. The arrival bay. There's a new version of the arrival bay there, but I don't know. I might come back to it later. And Fred, I did see your pictures. I don't have any comment on those.
I actually have a question that's kind of an interesting thing, maybe slightly. I don't know. In one of the station renovations I did for someone a while ago, I ended up with an MRT station with offset platforms. Would that be a thing that makes it easier to have more lines while still having clear directions and have more lines in a narrow area, which could be useful for hubbing areas for stations that are hubs, like new MRT stations where multiple lines cross? Would that be something you'd consider taking a look at whenever you've got some time?
I don't know what you're asking exactly. I mean,
send an email.
Yeah, the MRT is meant to be a modular system, so technically the arrival bay can be separated out from the departure bay, and you can move them around. So, like V5 can do this. You can cut up the station to whatever you want. I believe someone actually did make that crossroads station. Where two lines intersect. I don't know which one is that. I think it's one of the western lines.
J0.
J0.
Oh, it's a jungle line. Okay.
Yeah, that's me and AP. I think someone requested that their station got swapped out, but I'm not sure if we approved that or not.
The station example I was talking about here that I did was actually surprisingly also on the jungle line. It's JN16.
This is great. Feel free to play around in the staff playroom.
Not the staff playroom, the normal playroom.
Or the non-staff playroom.
You
Yeah.
need to make a franchise as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Mind Builder, I'm seeing your comments in game. Yeah, I mean, I guess my point is when I want to run this server, I run it because I don't want to be stressed out. Unfortunately, there's going to be some level of stress, and frankly, the idea of having a parliament or democracy is not what I call stress reducing. So
What if we were to have an MRT internal revenue service?
I'd back that.
what would that internal revenue service do exactly?
Basically,
What taxes
all
would we
citizens
collect?
of the MRT have to report their income on a complicated tax form, and you have to go through all of the tax forms, and any of them that look suspicious, you're going to have to do an audit, and yeah, you're going to have to make
So
sure
that
everyone's
sounds
paying their
okay.
fair share.
That
And you're also going to have to allocate funds to the different government resources in order to keep the server going.
That
The
sounds
IRS just collects money though; they don't allocate. That's
Yeah,
kind of-
but you would also have to create an internal revenue spending service.
Don't forget the money you have to pay me to go around beating people up for not paying.
That sounds completely unfun for both the person paying the taxes and the person doing the audits.
Well,
Welcome to the IRS.
Welcome to the United States.
Now you could go to Mossack Fonseca tax filing services. They'll help you do it for a very low rate of $500 per minute.
I mean, that's still cheaper than what I paid for this stupid fucking building.
I mean,
Why did you bid that much?
Hey, Frumple, just to warn you,
you were
this
only
stretch here is the
bidding in
longest
order to
stretch between
drive
two
the
MRT
price up
stations.
for others, and you
Okay.
ended up being the one getting it.
At that
good
point,
job.
I was committed. I couldn't
Got-
actually back down, and I think Yeah, I'm just stupid. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Overcommitted yourself.
Volpicula has $5.40 left over after this.
I took
Nice.
all of it.
Actually,
except-
four of that came
To
from
invest
Dragon Balloon,
that
and the 40 cents came from Cookie.
$5.40 in some seed faith. Our Lady of Perpetual Mossack Fonseca LLC is accepting donations.
Would you like to invest in mutual funds and timeshares?
You know what? I'm going to
Please
install a
vote,
vault
please invest
in the
me. I
underground.
really need the cash.
Yeah,
It's the only way I can buy more buildings.
Volpicula has to win.
I'm going to install a vault in the basement.
By the
Can I have my head in it?
Okay.
If you want to,
I feel like I've already dedicated everything I've got to this building.
Tom Pass, could I
Frumple-
head into a project channel with you for a second?
Okay. Frumple, were you going to ask something?
Gods, I have a question for you regarding the southern line. Is this a deep tunnel? The deep tunnel line?
$5 if I can
No,
access
it's
the
just
roof.
below the ocean.
Because I noticed that some of in order to between each, just before and after each station, it goes up a little bit. Is it? So it seems like a deeper underground line.
That just happens to be because I don't want it to pop up into the ocean because that looks ugly right by well, it's more that was the last one of those was SE13 where that was a town, so I put it in there to how we wanted it.
Okay. All right. Fred is asking. What are you asking, Fred? What are you doing? Fred is asking, could you please say the words, "I won't ride Fred Rail ever"? There you go.
And there it is.
If you say
Good lord,
those,
images.
if you say those words, only bad things will happen.
Oh no.
Anyway,
$15 to direct
speaking of mindless propaganda campaigns by Fred Rail, I am accepting advertisements for the next MBS video. DM me if interested.
Chief, you should teleport.
To where?
Me.
Oh god.
I'm constructing a vault.
What's going to go in this vault?
All the money.
See,
All the money.
but the actual taco stash that goes in my secret vault.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. That's like an admin thing.
Yeah, it's a secret vault. Actually,
Okay,
it's
so
in,
how much?
it's in SWH.
$3,800. Thanks,
Somewhere in
Robin.
SWH, very specific. Let's see. How much money have we scammed from people?
About $6,000 now.
That is extortion.
3,800 and I forget the last two
Buy,
digits.
like,
3801.15.
Yeah.
You could buy like 10 mini golf courses for that.
$6,128.16.
I was right on the money.
You could buy 15 mini golf courses for that.
So let's just say a block of gold is like 100, so we need 61.
Oh,
I have my head in there.
I think my cart is freaking out. I think it's
Yeah,
turned into
that'll
a
do
U
it,
car.
alright.
It's turned onto a U car for some reason. Oh, what is going on with this thing?
Oh,
when you
W.
hold W over.
Someone went flying.
Blow these up.
I'm just gonna go and cry for a bit. I'll see you all later. It was a good GSM. I haven't attended one of these in almost a
Goodbye.
year.
Bye.
I just paid you £188.
Yeah,
Or
well,
dollars,
I
let's
want
say.
more now. This is my Greece impression. It's a performance art piece.
40,
You give me money or I freaking stab you.
50.
That's not a very nice way to ask for money. You see, what you should do is you should invest by donating to the Make Kitty Cat 11231 Rich Foundation, and there is a possibility that I will give you money in return.
And how much?
Well, if you're the
there is
third
a
person,
possibility that I will give you an indeterminate amount of money
If
in
you're the-
unspecified currency.
see, if
No,
you're
So
the
how
third
much would
person
that get
to give-
me if I inputted $194.97?
See, if you're the third person to give Kitty $100, there is a chance that you will receive $200.
A chance, and that I could change my mind.
I mean, I've done stupider things. Let's go.
Oh god!
I
You
will,
bought a building.
I will
Don't.
give you the
Please don't.
value of 200 Catanian dollars in MRT dollars.
How many is that in Zimbabwean dollars?
About 698 octillion.
Wow. That's fuck
Zimbabwean
off.
dollars don't exist anymore. They use the US dollar.
This is such a stupid stream. I don't know
I
what's
thought you
going
were
on.
going to say a stupid line.
Entirely thanks to
Have you
me.
seen the Diplomacy Center from?
You know, you should really accept my offer of Catanian dollars. You know, the value of the Catanian dollar actually doubled in the last minute.
0 times 2 is still 0.
Well, you know.
Wait, hold up.
Hold up,
Are
what?
you doubting that 0 times 2 equals 0, Chief?
No, I'm confused of how this door works.
Well, it uses hinges usually.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Which door are you referring to?
Haha.
God, you broke the door.
You just broke it. Congratulations.
Wait, who broke what?
God's
Did you break
broke
my door?
Yes, the door
Oh
broke because
my
God's.
lord. Okay, let me fix it. Let me fix
Have you know I've broke nothing?
Very nice stream.
Nice staff only room you got here.
I thought that this was wall guarded.
it. Is, but people can still shoot stuff into the lounge.
But Vulpicula's in here.
Wait, the fuck?
Hi.
You can't move.
Hey, Vulpicula,
Oh.
would you like to pay for the exclusive
if you-
naming
If you
rights?
teleport
to,
them in here, they can move.
Ching
I
chong
think.
chong.
Oh, I
Vulpicula,
just
would
put
you
the
like
world
the
guard
ex-
thing over
would
the
you like
door.
the ex-
Oh, well, the reason is because the diplomacy. No, you can go in. You have nothing blocking it. You just put it over the door.
No, it's wall guard. Like there's wall guard in the door.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just
in
the
door.
just the door has the no
You
entry.
also,
so
you also know you can just break in for the glass, right?
Hey,
Like-
Chief.
like
no,
Vulpicula
the
had
whole
logistic.
building, the whole building is world guarded.
But then how did Vulpicula get in?
Because he got teleported.
Good question.
No, he got
Oh.
in for the corner.
Chief.
Wait, how did you get
need
in?
To, you need to
I
clear out the corner
don't
lounge or something.
know.
What, gods?
You need to clear out the corner lounge and give it to Vulpicula to furnish.
Oh yeah, Vulpec, you get to build the franchise on the corner here.
But now,
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
this.
talked out of the room.
So we just wipe what's in there.
Yeah.
You should start keeping a record of these.
Oh, we do.
We gotta.
Let's come over here.
Actually, we should.
In the entrance, there's a board that lists every single person who's bought the
franchise.
and
The
how much and
franchises.
what they named
the
it. Oh, the
franchise.
Franchise.
We can use this wall for the franchises.
We need to update the staff list actually and add a couple people to it.
Add a couple.
Oh yeah.
My mom.
So
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
will
have
do
to-
the upstairs one. We need to
No,
add
no,
Sissy.
No, gods, we do it alphabetically. So move Heaven Angel 1 over.
Oh god, the upstairs is going to be a mess because Sissy is all the way at the end of the alphabet.
Hello.
Ah, shit. Well, apart from Ungeons.
Yeah, that's why I said he's at the end of the alphabet.
Well, blah, blah.
Here's what we'll do.
Just forget the alphabet. We're redefining the alphabet, so S is first.
Rugby.
You're using the Catanian alphabet, gods?
Exactly.
Frump, I have a question.
Yes.
Who's your favorite admin?
Himself, obviously.
I'm not going to. I'm not. That's favoritism. I'm not gonna. I don't do that.
It's clearly me. I'm going to be an admin.
He doesn't do that.
7 years. Maybe.
Hey, hey, Frumple, how much money would it be to buy the naming rights to the AdMod building?
$17,000 per minute.
How about Central Park?
No.
15,000 per minute.
RCO sheet.
How about
Diplomacy Center, maybe?
Diplomacy Center, you just have to outbid everyone else.
Isn't it
When the
still
naming
green?
election happens.
Per month.
3,800.
Isn't it still what green lead? Diplomacy Center, or is it right now?
The Diplomacy Center has been named to I spent $3,801.15 help Diplomacy Center.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've updated the bottom.
Great, and top's updated as well.
Nice.
Nice.
Do we use this? No, but it's cool.
It's here.
Ooh,
And
here's
there's even a stand for Frumple, and it's got like a little thing he can fly through.
Yeah,
when
and
we
Shenanigan Park is right behind it.
No, it's Nothing
Well,
Park,
Nicola,
isn't
you
it?
spent nearly $4,000 to name a building that isn't used.
Voltec is now realizing his grave mistakes.
Yeah, I'm
you
number
guys should pay him
35.
back because that is you have basically scammed him, which is fraud, which is against the MRT rules.
Yeah, in fact, the damages payment that you have to pay him restitution is actually $38,000. So.
Gods, may I remind you of Rule 3? Staff reserve the right to take appropriate action.
I'm now taking appropriate
I'm
action.
taking appropriate
And-
I
action.
took appropriate action.
God's
What-
taking appropriate action to your appropriate action.
Here's a question. Was it very clear to Volpicula what he was bidding on?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't even know what the
Very
diplomacy
clear.
center was.
But
I
you
said we're-
spotted it more than once.
You actively chose to participate. So this is your undoing.
At any point, did you specifically say it was for a month during the bidding?
Yes.
Yeah, we
say it was
did.
for money.
He
We
did.
said it was for the naming rights from now until the next GSM or
Do you have a 30-day money-back guarantee?
no.
No.
That's technically illegal in the EU.
Well, we're not in the EU. I'm from New Zealand, so
And I'm
yeah,
from the
but
US.
New Zealand doesn't exist, and you don't count, and Godzilla is clearly the EU.
Answer the question that Fred
See, I
said.
think EU law covers our transactions in game the same way that it would cover the exchange of Monopoly money.
Which means it does, right?
no.
Please.
Oh,
Uncle, what do you think of that picture that Fred posted in the voice channel?
Okay, but to be clear, Chief, that's not the proper use of Rule 3. So
Who
Yeah.
took my money? I paid.
Guys, what are you doing?
How much did he withdraw?
We're fine.
We're
put it
good.
Yeah, you put it back. No, I am aware of what the proper intention of Rule 3 is.
Okay. See, this is why I don't have a favorite admin. Because.
The thing is, it's the honest truth is Tom Pears. We all know that.
No, it's clearly Eris the Eagle. Come on.
No, they all, they all
Oh yeah,
suck.
Chief, you should teleport. This block has yet to be removed. I don't
I'm
think it'll ever be
leaving it
removed.
there.
Yep. There's a block that Chief screwed up his command blocks, and just a random block appeared in Central Park. And we put a sign on it.
Did we blame Chief for everything wrong with the world?
Have you not seen my
Exactly.
Gods.
No. Roll that back.
I'm rolling it back.
The
What's that block there for?
Basically, Chief screwed up his command blocks, and we're leaving that as a.
Wait, but
as a-
why is that? But like, why there? I'm confused.
Because I
It's like-
screwed up a command block position.
He flipped a command block over when he did a /flip, and the numbers, which were relative coordinates,
There was a
ended up
negative in
putting
the wrong
block
spot.
here. Yeah. And so we're leaving this here to remind all future admins and current ones, make sure your negatives are right.
Leave me alone.
That's true, Chief. That
I
laugh.
just heard someone laughing.
That was not me.
Yep.
I'm really laughing at my failure of a life after this event.
You're fine. Don't regain it slowly.
I'm gonna pay the particular 10 pissy dollars.
Almost entirely made out of lottery winnings and nothing else because I'm like the one fucking guy who can actually win this thing. Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna win the lottery tonight.
And HVT.
Have you got 25 tickets?
Yes, that's the only thing I spend money on nowadays. That and
Well, I already
fucking
bought-
diplomacy buildings.
I mean, warps are nice.
Hey.
Skelly has a question. How would you feel if one
Oh,
day...
wow.
How would you feel if one day you woke up and you were the president of the Markartian Republic, a parliamentary democracy that is an island chain in the North Pacific Ocean? I don't know what the context of that is. I don't know.
He's basically talking about his fantasy world where the MRT is an island in the Pacific.
I see. Well, I don't really have an answer for you, Skelly, because that's... I don't know.
Oh, I think he did /.
I think you should agree that it's better than your soul getting sucked out of your body.
Okay.
Sis has figured out how to unvanish. Yay.
Figure this out, okay?
Oh boy.
Give me some time.
I am now approaching the last station on the Southern Line.
This is very spicy.
I'd like to announce I'm now selling both of my kidneys for $200 each.
Oh, wait, there is no SN.
Monopoly money, Drek.
Hey, CC, now you're a trial mod, you should vote in the
don't
ongoing
know,
city
Skelly.
batch.
The classic city batch reminder.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Seeing as so many of you are on,
No, I'm on Mind Chat.
okay, don't do it yourself then.
Okay, Volpic.
Huh?
The other thing that you get because you bought the naming rights for the Diplomacy Center, come over here for a sec.
This chair is comfortable.
Come over here, follow me. You can come back to that chair if you want. You get this space for a franchise.
Ah, shit.
It's a nice space.
We're showing you additional value you've gotten out of your purchase.
This isn't a value. It's a freaking chore. Anybody want this spot for $10?
I mean,
No,
I'll-
you have to build it because you bought the building.
No, he
You
can sell it.
didn't ever mention it.
I guess you
doing
can
it.
sell it. That's fine.
Sell it for $3,800.
Skelly, can you DM me a link to your GSM video?
Okay, I've reached the end of the southern line. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
You are still
Near the diplomacy center. I'm sure
Do
people
a
want
world
to
edit.
To be very clear, Vulpicula knew what he was getting into. So
Well, the thing is whether or not I knew and how stupid I am. Those are two different things. One of them is a yes, and one of them is also a yes.
Wait, 20 minutes now.
Where is the diplomacy center?
TP to
so,
chief.
So pretty much straight after the GSM, I made a massive hole in what town? Fredstown, was it?
It's this building here, Frumple.
Okay.
Yeah, within 20 minutes of it was Bakersville. That's the one. But we should get you in office, CC.
Yeah, so
That's what I'm doing right now.
yeah, that top area Frumple is the thing. This line here is our best record for lottery winning.
Yeah, just go
That's a
4B.
franchise
Go
space.
4B, Robin.
This is a poor man begging for money.
Mega's in 4B.
4C even. Actually, no, the higher up floors. Just go 6A. It's easier.
But yeah, Frumple, the idea is that we could have a GSM here, but we just have chosen other locations for the
I
last
don't know
few.
why there are armor stands, but okay. So yeah, this is the
They're
press.
the press.
There's also like a staff lounge. Or actually, yeah.
There's a staff lounge and a staff playroom.
This is the
Staff playroom.
non-staff playroom.
Why is there a playroom? What is this?
We have
What
to
will they
occupy.
play?
This is Age's guest to premiere. Staff, please supervise your members. If you are taller than this, you may not enter. And the line is right at the ground.
Right here.
There's a guy on the top of the building who keeps shitting on me.
Little bit
restrictive.
infantile. Okay, all right.
This is the staff lounge. There's the lottery rigging machine is over here.
Got a kitchen.
Oh, the
as well.
horror.
Be loaded with things. And there's a door. Goodbye, Skelly.
Right. We going in office 6A, are we, Robin?
Okay.
Yep. 6A.
And then
So-
an elevator.
Frumple, if you come over to the big elevator in the back,
Mm-hmm. Where's the elevator?
Should we go to
go down.
come back into the
Wait,
staff?
once Frumple comes back in here.
Where's the elevator? Oh, is
It's
it
in the staff lounge and around the corner. So we're gonna go down.
Whoa.
I've built this.
This is the staff
CC,
playroom.
follow me, CC.
And this is the vault.
I'm working on it. I got my phone in one hand.
All
Keyboard in the other hand.
it's basically just a bunch of tubes and stuff. They go to random other tubes. I've still got to put the roof on, but oh well.
You're on floor 6.
This would be fun. This would be fun to have the amazing race through this area.
Welcome to your
It's well
office.
Oh, you've still got Thomas's stuff up here.
This is your new office. Have fun.
Vanish it.
It's so
Go
beautiful.
through the red tunnel. We can go up to the slide.
I wonder what's happened to my old office. Is it just sitting vacant?
What did I want
Nah,
to do? Yeah, I wanted to
green or blue slides. You can pick
Mega,
out.
you're basically done with the staff playroom, right?
Yeah, basically just need to put the roof on the things, but other than that, it's basically done.
I can't type my name right.
Yay, this is fun.
Say again.
That was cool.
And then this is where we keep the money. This is the $6,000 we've taken from people.
It's auction
Dumping
proceeds.
dead bodies on me now.
Yes, this is where we stop.
We also need up.
We can
Central
lock
Park.
guards up in there as well.
I have a new video.
We have a
Check it out.
DDR machine and some night vision that I just ripped out of the welcome center.
Where's Yoshi?
Mega,
Come on,
before you
mate,
know,
come on.
I don't know what happened.
Have you already done it? Oh, you haven't.
Mega, I
Wait,
don't
then
know
what?
what happened. It wasn't
Had to
me.
move. Add say to this bunch of stuff here.
Oh no, I did.
yeah.
To the what?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
to the
What
voting boards.
what
Yeah,
the-
we already did
Oh,
that.
okay.
All the gold is gone. Who stole? Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no, Godzilla Train has stolen it.
$6,000 has been taken from your account.
Oof.
No,
Gods.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
I was about to say.
Okay, admins, could you
I was-
please not abuse the eco command? Thank you.
That's God's doing it.
Well, just I'm
Gods,
just
no.
being in general here. Please do not.
God.
Please do not
My money-
abuse the
I
command.
Please use
I-
it for business
I
purposes.
earned my money legitimately.
Yeah, you stole it from me.
No.
No, we didn't. You bid.
Paid for it. You paid for it, and you got what you paid for.
That's basically theft.
No, it's,
No.
you consented to participation by continuing to participate.
Yes, but I'm stupid.
Yeah,
That's
I'm-
on you.
Your stupidity
that's
is not
subjective.
excuse.
Buffalo, you still
Totally
streaming?
is. How would you explain
I am
most
still
politicians?
streaming this. I streamed this whole thing. I'm just.
Hey, Stream.
Oh, so my embarrassment is captured on Twitch for all to
Christ
see.
and Latter-day
This
Saint.
is
Hi, Twitch.
Wow.
Please pity me.
I'm trying,
Um,
okay?
I'm conflicted because I mean it was an auction and it was very clear.
You participated multiple times.
If
I just
someone's
want to screw on
if someone's allowed to demand their money back after an auction because they regret their decision, then that defeats the purpose of having auctions.
I don't agree with that, Kitty. And okay, guys, I think you should give back the money.
I mean, you don't actually have to. I am just joking.
Okay, are you actually joking? Because I can't tell.
Are you okay with your purchase?
Am I okay with it? No, but I'm not actually going to ask to refund it because at this point, if I can at least get this wedged into the funny quote somewhere, it's worth it.
So you're doing it for the meme.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
then.
memes.
Okay.
All
Okay
right.
then. All right.
All good.
Your
Situation
call.
resolved.
Oh, gee.
I will. To be really serious, though, if someone does an auction like this and there are questions about the legitimacy of it, I may consider just banning all auctions.
Re-auction.
Yeah, because, and if someone is not okay with their purchase, then that's a whole headache I don't want to deal with. So, yes.
anyway.
Yes.
It's
I'm still selling my kidneys though. Just don't forget that.
Yeah, anyway,
$200 each.
it's 1:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna head off. Goodbye, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be back
Who are you again?
Okay, and in that case, I think I will conclude this, whatever this is, and
Ooh,
Something.
very nice.
something. I'm going to turn off the stream. That concludes the public portion of this GSM. It was very interesting.
Very
Oh, right,
nice.
there was a GSM today.
It's a massive failure, and it's entirely thanks to me.
And
results will go up on the website in the next couple days.
Please mention how much of an idiot I am.
Who updates the website?
No,
Yeah.
that's not G.
I will
We're not gonna
upload
mention
this
that.
probably by maybe tomorrow, probably by Monday, I think. So, yeah. All right.
Cool.
That
Probably over
is-
$4,000 I spent today because I blew $800 on an ad for Skelly. Yeah, I'm not joking.
Facepalm.
It was actually $1,000 an eight.
Oh, CC, is this your first world edit?
Yes.
And I'm being attacked.
Oh, let's see this.
Okay.
You can slash TP to people against
Okay.
it.
Bye.
Bye.